Let's lead it off. Go ahead, Bruce.
I think your first 1, 2, 3 inning was in the sixth. Is that Pablo not being able to get a feel on the mound? Is that the Nationals' approach? Combination?
I mean, it has to be a little bit of everything. The game didn't come too easily to us today. From the very start, we were working extraordinarily hard for every out, and on the other side of the ball, things didn't get going for a little bit. I think our approach was actually okay, and there were some positives on the offensive end, but overall, that game not really the recipe there for success. The way it went, a very difficult game because we really, no matter where we looked, we weren't getting the results we were looking for on either side of the ball. So it was a tough one.
Can you do anything in particular to prepare Pablo for a condition like this?
No, and I don't know how much the conditions actually meant to him and how much they affected the situation. I have no idea. It's easy when it is chilly and kind of that little bit of that cold atmosphere. It's can't hide it. Everyone knows it, but I don't know if that really was it or if he just had a day where he just wasn't feeling it as much. But I think he went to the fastball a lot. They're a team that puts the ball in play, so that's a pitch that they're going to probably have a better chance of competing against and putting the ball in play against and making things happen. The breaking ball was less of a factor today. Again, how much of it had to do with the cold, I'm not sure. But Pablo battled through all of it, and as usual, as you could expect, wanted to just keep pitching and keep contributing any way he could. But if there was a day for him to probably not go out there and max everything out to the very end of the outing, today was probably that day.
Just feel like one of those where they got bat to ball and then it looked like everything was finding holes for a while. Yeah.
We're not making excuses, though. You don't have to get outmashed to lose the game. There are other ways to win ball games, and the Nationals have showed us that over the last 2 days. They play hard. They play with contact bats and good athleticism, and they do different things. They play a different brand of baseball than you see. It's not every team that plays like this, but they're out there making plays, and they're putting the pressure on us, and it seems like it felt like everything they did seemed to work. So it's something that works for them.
I think you've lost 6 or 7. Do you need a reset or something? Do you feel like everyone's kind of tuned in, or do you feel like maybe something is missing?
We're not playing well. I mean, that we know. Every guy in that room knows that we're not playing the way that we need to. Most of the games haven't necessarily been like this, though. This was a challenging game on both sides of the ball for us. We've been competitive in a lot of the other games. We've lost a couple of very tough ball games improbably, but that's part of it. And we have to hang tough, and we have to just keep going. No one's losing their minds or doing anything in that clubhouse that I'm concerned about in any way. I think we just need to keep competing and keep our heads on straight, and I think we are.
Rocco, you got a roster moves, or is that coming out later?
So after this presser, I'll fill everyone in on what's going on. Yes, we do. We do have some moves. Bailey Ober is going to pitch tomorrow. I can say that. But we can fill everyone in on everything else afterwards.
You said there were things you liked on offense, but over this 7-game stretch where you've dropped 6, do you feel like you're seeing the offensive approach improve, or where do you stand on that?
Well, I feel like we're in between a lot. There's a fairly decent way of approaching at bats where you're on something, and then maybe you eliminate the other stuff, and you kind of try to either take or maybe do something along those lines and zero in on one particular zone or one particular pitch or something, a key. And I think we're trying to do that. We're actively attempting to do that every game, to have the right plan But it hasn't felt like, there's been something that we've been actually on. It feels like we're in between, the fastballs and the breaking balls. And, it's better to be on something than in between everything. And I think that's kind of where we've sat a little bit. I did like the types of at-bats that we had today. We didn't expand. We've been expanding more than we want. We didn't really do that as much today. We made their pitchers work a little bit more. Got into some better counts, got some guys on base. We just didn't bring them around either the way that we need to. So, we have some work to do, and we know that. We're not going to shy away from it.